Have you ever stayed in a toxic relationship for fear of being alone? Or maybe you questioned your own worth, wondering if you deserve to be treated that way. You're not alone. That's why I'm so excited to share my thoughts on how toxic people can break our heart. Welcome to today's video, Heartbreak to Healing. Get ready to be inspired. Sisters, let's talk about manipulation. It's a topic that often gets swept under the rug, but it's crucial to bring it into the light. Manipulation can take many forms and can be incredibly damaging if left unchecked. It's often subtle, like shifting sands beneath your feet. You might not even realize it's happening at first. It can start with small, seemingly insignificant comments or actions. You know something's not right, but you can't quite put your finger on it. It's that nagging feeling in the pit of your stomach, that sense of unease that you just can't shake. One minute you're feeling loved and cherished, the next you're doubting your own thoughts and feelings. Sound familiar? This roller coaster of emotions is a hallmark of manipulation. That's a classic tactic of a manipulator. They thrive on creating confusion and self-doubt. By keeping you off balance, they maintain control. They'll twist your words, make you question your memory, and slowly erode your self-esteem. It's a gradual process, but over time, it can leave you feeling completely lost. They might even isolate you from your support system, making you feel totally dependent on them. This isolation can make it even harder to see the manipulation for what it is. But you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. Reaching out for support is a crucial step in breaking free from manipulation. Recognizing these red flags is the first step towards reclaiming your power. Awareness is key. Once you see the manipulation for what it is, you can start to take steps to protect yourself. And trust me, you have the power within you to break free. It might not be easy, but it's absolutely possible. You are stronger than you realize. Manipulators are masters at making you doubt yourself. They know exactly how to push your buttons and make you question your own reality. They thrive on confusion and self-blame. By keeping you in a state of uncertainty, they maintain their power over you. They'll say things like, "You're overreacting," or "You're imagining things." These phrases are designed to make you doubt your own perceptions and feelings. But your feelings are valid. Your experiences are real. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise. Trust in your own perceptions and emotions. Don't let anyone, and I mean anyone, tell you otherwise. Standing up against gaslighting is a powerful act of self-affirmation. Start paying attention to that inner voice, that gut feeling that tells you something is off. Your intuition is a powerful tool in recognizing and resisting manipulation. It's your intuition speaking, and it rarely steers you wrong. Remember, you are strong. You are worthy. Embrace your inner strength and know your worth. And you deserve to be in a relationship where your thoughts and feelings are valued. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and understanding. One of the most powerful tools in counteracting manipulation is setting boundaries. Boundaries are essential for maintaining your mental and emotional well-being. This means clearly communicating what you will and will not tolerate. It's about being assertive and standing up for yourself. It's about saying no without guilt and putting your own needs first. Self-care is not selfish. It's necessary for your health and happiness. Now, this can be hard, especially if you're naturally a giver. It can feel uncomfortable at first, but it's a crucial step in protecting yourself from manipulation. But believe me, setting boundaries is not selfish, it's self-care. It's about recognizing your own needs and making them a priority. It's about protecting your heart and your sanity. Boundaries help you maintain your sense of self and keep you grounded. And remember, setting boundaries is a process. It doesn't happen overnight, and that's okay. Be patient with yourself as you learn and grow. It takes practice and consistency. The more you do it, the more natural it will become. Keep at it, and don't be discouraged by setbacks. But the more you do it, the easier it becomes. You've got this. With each step, you'll gain more confidence and strength. You are capable of creating the life and relationships you deserve. Abuse comes in many forms, and it's not always easy to recognize. It can be subtle or overt, and it can happen to anyone, regardless of age, gender, or background. Understanding the different types of abuse is the first step in identifying and addressing it. It can be physical, emotional, verbal, or even financial. Physical abuse involves any form of violence, such as hitting, slapping, or pushing. Emotional abuse, on the other hand, can be more insidious, involving manipulation, gaslighting, and constant criticism. Verbal abuse includes yelling, name-calling, and threats, while financial abuse involves controlling someone's access to money or resources. It thrives in secrecy and shame, often hidden behind closed doors. Abusers rely on the silence of their victims to continue their harmful behavior. This secrecy can make it incredibly difficult for victims to seek help or even recognize that they are being abused. But let me tell you, silence only protects the abuser, never the abused. Breaking the silence is a crucial step in stopping the cycle of abuse. By speaking out, victims can begin to reclaim their power and start the healing process. If you're experiencing any form of abuse, please know that you are not alone. There are countless others who have gone through similar experiences and have found a way out. Support networks, both formal and informal, are available to help you navigate this difficult time. You are not to blame. The responsibility for the abuse lies solely with the abuser. It's important to remember that no one deserves to be treated this way, and you have the right to seek help and support. And you deserve so much better. You deserve to live a life free from fear, control, and manipulation. You deserve to be treated with kindness, respect, and dignity. The first step is acknowledging what's happening. This can be incredibly difficult, especially if the abuser has convinced you that the abuse is your fault or that you are overreacting. Trust your feelings and recognize that what you are experiencing is not normal or acceptable. It takes immense courage to speak your truth, but it's the only way to break free from the cycle of abuse. Reaching out to someone you trust, whether it's a friend, family member, or professional, can provide the support you need to take the next steps. Sometimes, abuse can be difficult to identify, especially if it's emotional or verbal. Emotional abuse can be particularly challenging to recognize because it often involves subtle tactics that erode your self-esteem and sense of self-worth over time. You might feel constantly belittled, controlled, or isolated from loved ones. Abusers often use isolation as a tactic to maintain control, making it harder for you to seek support or recognize the abuse. Maybe your partner constantly criticizes you, puts you down, or makes you feel small. These behaviors are designed to undermine your confidence and make you feel dependent on the abuser. These are all forms of abuse, and they can be just as damaging as physical violence. Emotional scars can take longer to heal and can have a profound impact on your mental health and well-being. Abuse is about power and control. It's about one person exerting dominance over another, often through fear, intimidation, and manipulation. It's about one person trying to dominate and control another. And it's never okay. No one has the right to control or dominate you, and you have the right to stand up against this behavior. If you see these signs in your relationship, please reach out for help. There are many resources available, including hotlines, shelters, and counseling services that can provide the support you need. You don't have to go through this alone. There are people who care about you and want to help you find a way out of the abusive situation. Breaking free from an abusive relationship can feel terrifying, especially if you've been isolated or made to feel dependent on the abuser. But it's the most courageous thing you can do for yourself. Taking that first step towards freedom and safety is an act of immense bravery. Remember, you are worthy of love. You deserve to be in a relationship where you are cherished and valued for who you are. You are worthy of respect. Mutual respect is the foundation of any healthy relationship, and you should never settle for anything less. You are worthy of a safe and healthy relationship. A relationship where you feel safe, supported, and loved is not just a dream, it's a right. There are resources available to help you escape abuse and rebuild your life. From legal assistance to counseling and support groups, there are many avenues to help you start anew. Reach out to a trusted friend, family member, or a hotline dedicated to supporting survivors. These resources can provide the guidance and support you need to navigate this challenging time. Your safety and well-being are paramount. Prioritize your health and safety above all else, and don't hesitate to seek help if you feel threatened or unsafe. Please know that you are not alone, and there is a brighter future waiting for you. With the right support and resources, you can overcome this difficult period and move towards a life filled with hope, happiness, and peace. You know, we've talked about manipulators and abusers, but let's talk about narcissists. These individuals can be incredibly charming and captivating at first glance, making it easy to fall under their spell. These are the partners who seem utterly charming at first, showering you with compliments and attention. They make you feel like the most special person in the world, as if you are the center of their universe. They might even seem like your biggest fan, echoing your dreams and aspirations right back to you. It's as if they have a magical ability to understand exactly what you want and need, to feel so seen, so understood. It's like a dream come true, and you can't help but be drawn in by their seemingly genuine interest in you. There's a thin line between genuine admiration and narcissistic love bombing. Love bombing is a tactic used to overwhelm you with affection and attention, making you dependent on their validation. See, true love wants you to shine, to grow, to become the best version of yourself. It supports your independence and encourages your personal growth. But narcissistic love, that's about control. It's about keeping you under their thumb, ensuring that you remain reliant on their approval and affection. They build you up to a pedestal only to make it easier to knock you down later. This cycle of idealization and devaluation keeps you off balance and constantly seeking their approval. They need you to need them, to feed their ego, to validate their inflated sense of self. Your dependence on them is what fuels their sense of superiority. And any sign of your own independence, your own light, well, that feels like a threat. They can't stand the idea of you being self-sufficient or finding happiness without them. And that's the tragedy, you see. The very qualities that make you special and unique are the ones they seek to diminish. Because beneath that charming veneer often lies a deep well of insecurity. Their need for constant admiration is a reflection of their own lack of self-worth. They crave admiration because they don't truly love themselves. Their self-esteem is built on the shaky foundation of external validation, and they can't handle your brilliance because it reminds them of their own perceived flaws. Your success and happiness are constant reminders of what they lack. So how do you tell the difference? How do you know if the love you're receiving is genuine or just a tool for manipulation? How do you separate genuine affection from narcissistic tendencies? It's not always easy, but there are signs you can look for. Well, you have to pay attention to your own intuition, to that little voice inside that whispers when something doesn't feel quite right. Trust your gut feelings. They are often more accurate than you think. Does your partner truly celebrate your successes, or do they find a way to make it about them? Genuine love will be happy for you without feeling threatened. Do they listen with empathy and understanding, or do they steer the conversation back to their own achievements? A narcissist will always find a way to bring the focus back to themselves. These are the subtle clues, my friend, and your spirit will recognize them if you listen closely. Pay attention to how you feel in their presence. Do you feel uplifted and supported, or do you feel drained and diminished? Keeping a journal can help you track your feelings and experiences. Writing down your thoughts can provide clarity and help you see patterns that you might miss in the moment. Don't hesitate to seek advice from trusted friends and family. They can offer an outside perspective and help you see things more clearly. Setting boundaries is crucial. Make it clear what behaviors are unacceptable and stick to your limits. A healthy relationship respects boundaries, while a narcissistic one will constantly push them. Remember, you have the strength to reclaim your independence and find happiness on your own terms. You deserve a love that lifts you up, not one that holds you down. Walking away from a toxic relationship is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to your strength and self-respect. You are worthy of a love that celebrates your brilliance and supports your growth. Embrace your true self and find peace in knowing that you are enough just as you are. True love will find you when you are living authentically and unapologetically. Have you ever been involved with someone who just couldn't seem to commit? They may have said all the right things, maybe even showered you with affection in the beginning, but the moment things started to get serious, they pulled away. Commitment phobes can leave you feeling confused, hurt, and questioning your own self-worth. But let me tell you, their inability to commit is not a reflection of you, but rather a reflection of their own internal struggles. Commitment phobes often have a deep-seated fear of intimacy, often stemming from past experiences or unresolved emotional issues. They may equate commitment with a loss of freedom, a fear of being trapped, or a fear of repeating past relationship mistakes. They might tell themselves they're not ready for a serious relationship, but deep down, it's often a defense mechanism to protect themselves from potential heartbreak. The truth is, commitment requires vulnerability, and that can be terrifying for someone who has built walls around their heart. It's important to remember that you can't force someone to be ready for something they're not. Trying to change a commitment phobe will only lead to frustration and heartache. What you can do is recognize the signs, set healthy boundaries, and make choices that prioritize your own emotional well-being. You deserve a love that is reciprocated, a love that is nurturing and secure. Don't settle for anything less, my friend. Love should make you feel safe, secure, and cherished. It should lift you up, not tear you down. But for those who have experienced a relationship with a jealous and controlling partner, love can feel like a battlefield, a constant struggle for power and control. Jealousy, in its healthy form, can be a natural human emotion, but when it becomes excessive and controlling, it can be incredibly damaging to a relationship and to your sense of self. A jealous and controlling partner might try to isolate you from your friends and family, monitor your phone and social media, or constantly accuse you of infidelity. They might criticize your appearance, your choices, or your dreams, all in an attempt to maintain a sense of control over you and the relationship. This type of behavior is not about love. It's about power and dominance. It's important to remember that you are not responsible for your partner's jealousy or controlling behavior. They might try to blame you, to make you feel responsible for their actions, but their behavior is a reflection of their own insecurities and issues, not yours. You deserve to be in a relationship where you feel respected, trusted, and valued, not controlled and manipulated. If you are in a relationship with a jealous and controlling partner, please know that you are not alone. There are resources available to help you. Reach out to a trusted friend, family member, therapist, or a domestic violence hotline. You deserve to be safe, and you deserve to be free. We've journeyed together through the complexities of love and heartbreak, exploring the different faces of relationships that can leave us feeling lost and broken. But through it all, remember this: you are not alone. And more importantly, you are worthy of love, respect, and happiness. I hope these stories have empowered you to recognize the red flags, set healthy boundaries, and make choices that prioritize your well-being. Remember, healing is a journey, not a destination. Be patient with yourself, practice self-compassion, and know that you are stronger than you think. We'd love to hear your stories and experiences. Please share them in the comments below. Your voice matters, and your story might just be the lifeline someone else needs to hear. Don't forget to subscribe for more empowering content. Together, we can transform heartbreak into healing and create a community of strength and resilience. Thank you for watching, and remember, you are worthy of true love and happiness.